Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see if I'm streaming. I'm going to open a browser, and it looks like I'm streaming. Hi. I'm keeping my fingers crossed today because last week I managed to break Facebook, and they suspended me because I was I was streaming two videos at the same time. So today I'm just going to stream from one page, and I'm going to behave. And so let's get started, and I'll share the recorded video in other locations once it's done. Bye-bye. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Jane Gardner, and welcome to Implement Cub. Today is an exciting day because we're going to build an asset. And we're going to do the principle of using what you've been doing for the last 13 weeks and create an asset that will sell for you every day. So today it's all about the principle. Well, we'll go over the principle, but it's basically the principle of building a learning center. Yeah. Always fun. So let's get started. So this is Build Your Business 52-week free trainings, and we're going to implement, get into action, and grow. And today we're only on our Facebook page. Fingers crossed, and fingers crossed I don't blow up Facebook. Oops. Don't use those type of words either. So let's get into the presentation. And so let's go over the principles. And so we've developed our core values and our entrepreneurial mindset and our brand and our being an educator and doing a weekly workshop and building a product snowball and developing a strategic marketing framework and creating a content factory and build a massive network, become a media mogul, get into production mode. Today it's all about building your learning center. And then there's also create an online community, raise and build an affiliate army, and put all your systems in place and grow. So today it's all about building out a learning center and use your assets to create a learning center is the principle. And why a learning center, you ask? Well, this is going to be your signature offer until you develop one where you have social proof and one where you have developed a coaching method. So what I mean is a learning center will have some assets in it, products to sell, and trainings to show anyone who buys the proof about who you are. And then after building that, you will also have your signature offer like coaching or developing a service, etc., where you've got testimonials and stuff that you can use from your learning center. So your learning center is one of the ways of building an asset that shows who you are. This is always also going to be a continuity offer. You want to consider what your signature offer is going to be, no less than $300. Then divide by 12 to get your monthly pricing. You can go lower, but you need to have lots of members to justify the cost. So that's a simple principle for you to consider what kind of monthly rate you should have for your learning center. This needs to be at the end of the funnel until you develop your largest ticket offer that you have created from building with these principles. So it needs to stay in your funnel to smooth out your income. It needs to be a continuity that's always paying you a little bit of money. And so it also needs to help you to develop value for when you're launching a new product or offer. So you can always have it as a bonus for anyone who takes you up on your signature offer. Certainly it would be complimentary and would be relevant to your other products that you might be selling at a higher rate. So it's a great way to have an asset that you can use in many ways, including being an offer that can be used by affiliates. So what is a learning center? Well, it's a place where your assets hang out. Since you're going to be doing a weekly workshop and you're going to be an educator and doing trainings and recording these trainings, you're going to have assets of products that are value that you can put into your learning center. And they can either be paid or they can be free, depending on what you feel is best for your trainings. And then, of course, you can build other products around that. So they're all in this place hanging out. This is a membership that you have subscribers paying monthly for. You continuously add new content to provide value to them so that they stay as a member. And you continuously train them on how to get the most value from your products and services. So if you were to leave one of your products in your learning center, you want to have some explanatory videos as well as to how to use it or ways to implement this product. Although you can add one-time pricing, it's tempting, I know. You want to try to keep your pricing monthly because then you'll have it continuously every month, whether once instead of a lump sum, because you are, of course, adding to the learning center as yourself as well. You then have the right incentives to continue to increase the value of the actual membership site. So if you could start a learning center with 10 products. So I'm going to write that down, try and get that for you next week. And you would start at a price for anyone new who is considering it, but isn't too sure if they should commit. But they have to see that the value is more than the what they're paying. So you could start it at, say, for example, $9. And when it gets up to like 50 products, it could be 27 or something like that. It depends on what you're doing and the value that you are giving and who's your audience as well. This is consistent with positioning yourself as an educator in your niche. By having a learning center, it is proof that you have trained and done trainings that are of value. And of course, these are assets that are in there. They could be free because they were from your weekly workshop that usually it's a free weekly workshop in order to get an audience and grow. So what platform should you use? Well, look at your needs and how easy the platform is to use and your time, and ask yourself, is this platform easy to use? Do you think I could learn the training and be able to get it up easily? These are some of the questions you need to ask before you commit. Do not look at the special offer. Look at your needs. You can use the platform that you want if it allows you to bundle your courses. So that's for later, talking about bundling. It allows you to sell a subscription. So obviously you can't just do one-time product selling. You have to be able to do subscriptions. And allows you to lock people out of courses if the monthly subscription stops. And it integrates with Zapier or Integrately is not, or at least it has its own connection to your sales page and your payment processor, and of course your autoresponder. But that's all for another day. Go look at the platforms there are, pros and cons at another time. But this is just something for you to think about in the meantime about the platform. And it's easy for you to work with. This is the most important. I have invested. I don't even want to think about how many platforms that I've invested in, been attracted by over the years, and found that they were very difficult to work with. that I could put the product in, but actually integrating it with a sales page and blah, your autoresponder, some of these are really difficult and some of them are easy. So now I use what is easy. And it's easy for a customer to navigate. This is very important as well, because you want the customer to come back again. You want the customer, when you send out an email message to your subscriber list and say, oh, there's a new lesson in this course and here's the link, you want them to be able to go over there and get in and do the lesson. You do not want them to have to remember, where is that platform? I don't remember that. What was that link? And then they have to ask you. You want it to the platform to be easy to navigate. And it allows for automation of all handoffs. So, for example, of course, very important is that it will either create a password for the person when they come over to register, and they send them the password, or else they have a system where customer can create their own password and username and get into the platform. You want that all automated. You don't want to have to send out usernames and passwords to people manually, because you'll be sleeping if they happen to join up when you're sleeping. So, and while it should be easy for you to work with, you should accept all of the technical complexity you can handle. So, yes, of course, it has to have certain certain systems in the platform that you just need. And you have to be able to understand them, and you have to be able to use them easily as well. So you have to be able to basically realize, is my time worth learning this platform in order to use it? And then there's the other thing about a learning center. How do you communicate the value of it? You need to make sure that those paying understand the value your monthly membership provides. So you have to repeatedly talk about the Learning Center in your emails, in your Facebook Lives, wherever, and the value that it will give the customer in order for them to use it. Although daily broadcast email is a great way to do this, you'll want to be thorough in an indoctrination sequence of emails. So you will need to have, basically when someone joins, you will need some emails at the very beginning which will educate them on the value of your learning center as well as how to use the learning center. Because you as the owner will be interacting with your learning center differently from your customers or clients. So it's always a good thing to try and pretend that you're someone new, never seen this platform before, are very interested in what value the platform has, but how do they get to it? So go through the sequence yourself as well. This is within your autoresponder, and you're going to make sure that before members get to hear from you by broadcast, that they have emails that they have gotten, which they have read, about the Learning Center and how to use it. That you've spelled out all the value they're getting, that you've told them that what the value is versus what they're paying at all times. You want to try to get them to consume the value. So you have to incentivize them, or you have to remind them, or you have to give them tips on how to consume the various products in your learning center. So obviously per product, you don't try and do all of them at the same time. You want to show them how to use the learning center. This is possible to do with broadcasting, but easy if you've created an indoctrination series. So this series of emails will be when they join up. And so these will be a series of, say, 7 emails where you give them great tips on, well, first, of course, how to get in, and then how to use the Learning Center, how to use the training that they just bought, and what the results will be, especially what will be the value when they end going through the course, for example. You can give bonuses when they actually finish. With some platforms, you can give a certificate of recognition. You can give another basically a free course that they could go do after they finish this course, or you could just tell them about the next course that might be of value once they've finished this course. And of course, you have even nicer if you ask them to maybe show them how it worked for them and what the response was when they finished it and then they implemented it. And what happened, like did they get the first sale when you showed them how to use the shopping cart? And hopefully for you would get some value out of this, because you would get maybe a testimonial from them for the course to show that to others how much value there is in the course. But that's for another time, to when we go deeper into learning centers. So how do you set up an indoctrination? Once you've secured your subscriber, you must first let them know how to get in touch with you, of course. Where's your support? Where's your help? Let them know how to find everything that you promised them. So where is it in the platform, the Learning Center? And then on a daily basis, email them about one specific major aspect of what they already have. So this way they know what they've got and what they should be doing with going through the product or service. Your goal is to get them to consume one aspect of your membership. So they're going to consume this course and realize what a good course it is. Then they get a result at the end. Then they'll be interested in staying and hanging out and maybe getting another course that they need. So the indoctrination series should be generally 5 to 7 days, according to digital marketer Ryan Deiss. And to be honest, that's all you really need to go, because what they can do, because they get these emails, they can go back and always use some of those emails to remember, oh, this is where the platform is, or this is what to do with that course, etc. But it depends on your market and your niche. Thus, you can use 5 to 7 days as a benchmark. So this can be done in all autoresponders, because that's what an autoresponder does. But when you're sending a broadcast email, you need to exclude everyone in the sequence. So you don't want everyone to have to go through the indoctrination series. They only need to go through that once. So you use broadcast emails or use emails after those emails for any other value that you want to talk to them about. Okay, making sure you have their best email. It helps with mail delivery and engagement. Now, we all know that you need to make sure you have their best email when they're on your list, and your shopping cart will automate the process of putting them into an autoresponder. And this may or may not, though, be the email that the customer always uses for their correspondence or for every day. You should make sure to communicate with them on the thank you page to double opt into your list and give them access to a surprise freebie or valuable premium, which will allow them. Basically, we can talk about this as well in another time, but basically you need to, on your thank you page, have a freebie or a surprise premium. And if they double opt into your list, if they enter their email again or they enter their real email, they will receive this freebie. in at least one email in the sequence, you should encourage them to write back to you. This helps with your email autoresponder mechanics that if they are talking back and forth to you, your email provider likes this. So that means that you're in real communication. This tells the email providers that there's a real conversation going on. And of course, if possible, if you're using a support system platform, make sure that the reply email is redirected to your support. And you can do this in cPanel email forwarding to send people to your support email. And we can look at that further. I can do a training on that and add it into the membership. So important, remove them from all emails until the sequence is complete. You want to communicate with emails of value to them for 7 days about your learning center. You want them to always be interested in the learning center and how to consume the value. You don't want to send them a broadcast email about, say, maybe your next workshop or something else you want to sell, or some affiliate thing during that sequence, because they want to be focused on using your learning center. So what we've done today is we've looked at building a learning center, and the lessons from this is that the weekly workshop that you're doing can be resold or used as training replays in your learning center, as well as, of course, the products in the product snowball. They can be added into your learning center, the relevant ones to the theme of the learning center. We'll talk about that further in another episode. Products you sell can be in your learning center that you build as you go. And you need to have a good email for your subscriber because it's important for engagement and your email correspondence, that you're talking back and forth and people are listening, etc. And so you also need to start now to write your emails for your indoctrination sequence after the first training is placed, and don't make an announcement to your subscribers until email sequence is in place. So what I mean by that, of course, is build up your indoctrination sequence of 5 emails about your learning center. Go through your learning center, see how it looks and how it's set up right now, because it's going to build as you go, and write some emails about how they can consume and get into your learning center. Then you can make an announcement to your subscribers that your learning center is open, which reminds me, of course, mine is not. So I have got to build my indoctrination sequence. I'm quite excited. I have a nice, easy platform to use. So let's consider thinking about the platform you want to use, and then let's start building the emails that you will use to indoctrinate people and talk about the value of your learning center. And of course, you can use that later in your affiliate information. So next week, we're going to talk about creating an online community now that you have a learning center. Now that you have a hub of assets that people will find of interest, of value, they'll be in the learning center, they'll be on a subscriber list to the learning center. You can actually create an online community where people can gather and talk about your learning center. But anyway, we'll talk about that more next week. So you can join for the free trainings and continue on, because it's going to be for 52 weeks. So far it's been 14 weeks at http://jgtips.com/BYB free. And the Facebook group is at facebook.com/groups.implement Cub. Today I didn't broadcast into Facebook group because I'm not sure how to do that at the moment because of what I did last week. But it will be a place for people to hang out as well It will not be my online community. So here's a lesson for you. I did something last week that when I was broadcasting, I had, 2 videos. So that was more bandwidth than Facebook liked. I got a notice that I was suspended. They gave me no reason. I had no idea why. And they said they would get back to me within 24 hours if they were going to ban me completely or they were going to let me continue. So, yes, in fact, I didn't get a notice by email at all. So I'm waiting, wondering, what did I do wrong? So I figured that's the only thing I can think of that I did wrong. And I just happened to click on Facebook and I was in. They said, you're fine. They gave no reason. They didn't tell me what I did wrong. I had to go look at the community guidelines. To be honest, I don't know what I did wrong. And you never know. I may be banned again today. So my point is, do not be dependent on someone else's platform in order to build your community. Always make sure you have backups of your email list of subscribers. Always make sure that you have your own private hub, your website available at some time to connect with your community. And of course, always have a separate community off of Facebook because I will not talk about Facebook too much in case they're also listening. So there you go. So this was a lesson for me. And I hope I will see you next week. You never know. No. Sorry.